BTN live from Evanston. The Northwestern football team being led by Pat Fitzgerald. Now 11 seasons as the head coach. He'll enter year number 12 coming up next season. And what success he has had. 77 wins, the most in school history. He's had 2 10-win seasons. And the Wildcats fresh off a stirring win in the Pinstripe Bowl over Pittsburgh. The second bowl win for the Wildcats in the last 4 years. They had 1 bowl win in their history prior to that. So Pat Fitzgerald continues to kind of rewrite the record books here at Northwestern. We talked about the basketball team being the focus today, but the football team here to support them, and all the student athletes being encouraged to wear their uniforms today. And you can see that the football team heeded the call. Fitz.
Yeah, they got here early. We had workouts this morning at 6 a.m. So, no, the guys are fired up. I mean, that's the cool thing about, I think Northwestern. The size of our school, the camaraderie of all of our student athletes and all of our student body. Our guys were fired up this morning for tonight, and I think they'll be pretty loud.
Fitz, we'll talk hoops here in a second, but you've got to be excited about the core of your football team coming back between Justin Jackson and Clayton Thorson. A lot of the stars on defense, Kaiwin Igwebuike coming back. Part of that defensive line will return. Give us a sense of what we can expect from Wildcat football this year.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we've got a lot coming back, but we need to improve and get better. I mean, we were a very average football team for most of the year last year, and a lot of that is no disrespect to our opponents, but a lot of self-inflicted wounds. And so a heavy emphasis fundamentally here. We start spring ball next Tuesday, and we've got to get better fundamentally. We've got to put a great foundation together here in our first 9 practices. We then go to finals, spring break, and then come back with 2 big weeks. But, these next 4 weeks for us are going to be really important to the direction of our football team.
Coach, you talked about getting better, and a big part of that is your ability to go out and recruit. Tying this in with basketball, how much, when basketball is having some success, how much does that help your program with recruiting weekends?
It's huge. It's huge, Sean. You know that. I mean, to be able to bring young people in to basketball games, to be able to have Welsh Ryan rocking and rolling. We're running out of games. You're not going to see this hallowed stadium look the same, maybe the next time you guys are here. So it's an exciting time, and I'm really happy for Chris and the staff, and most importantly, for not only the young men that are in the purple and white right now, but for all the young men, so to speak, that have put on the purple and white. I remember being a part of the locker room when we changed the culture of the football team, and to see the way that these guys are playing for each other, for all those that have been here before them. That's what it's all about, and I'm really happy to see that happen for them.
You kind of took my next question, but looking as an outsider now, do you kind of see some similarities between this year's basketball team and maybe that 1995 team as they kind of went on that run?
Yeah, obviously, there's a lot of parallels there, but I think our basketball program has been so close. I mean, it just, I go back to when, Evan Eschmeyer and I were across the hall from each other at Sargent Hall, and then to go watch him have his great NBA career, or Kevin Rankin. I mean, I can go back. I remember Pat Baldwin is a great player. Kip Kirkpatrick, I saw at our youth kids games here over the weekend. I mean, the names go on and on and on, to the Shon Morrises. I mean, you think of all the great players that have been here, and this group stands upon that group of men's shoulders. And it wouldn't happen without great leadership. It wouldn't happen without all those that have been here before these guys. And I know they understand that, and they respect it, and they see the opportunity they have here in front of them. I'm looking forward. I talked to our football team this morning. I want to see how this group of young men, our basketball team, responds tonight. We had a great win on the road on Sunday, and everybody, I mean everybody, their grade school coach, their nanny, it doesn't matter. Everybody told them how good they are right now. And are we going to be able to put that in the drawer, put it away, and come play a great Maryland basketball team here tonight? Those are some of the things I talked to our team about watching. How do we start the game? How do we respond to adversity? Because we struggled with that a year ago. Everybody told us we were really good after a 10-win team, and we weren't very good. And we didn't respond very well early. So, just trying to draw, the parallels beyond just the 95 and maybe this year to the real-life challenges of what they have. I mean, I guarantee you these guys got off the court on Sunday, and their phones had 55 million text messages. There was all the Twitter and Instagram love they can get. Knowing Chris and BJ and the staff, it was a hard couple days. I'm sure they're going to be ready for tonight.
It's interesting, Fitz, Sean alluding to that 1995 Rose Bowl team. We saw the video of you guys playing there in Pasadena. That story was amazing because, as we know, I mean, it's been 24 straight losing seasons, hadn't won more than 4 games. But what's really amazing to me is how well Northwestern has sustained this success, that there have been 3 Big Ten championships, that now you expect to go to bowl games year in and year out, and you've done that you've been a consistent program, consistent winners for more than 20 years now. What's been the biggest key to sustaining it, to making sure that it wasn't just a one-hit wonder?
Well, I think it starts and ends with leadership of the university and the support that we've had, the great young men that we've had play for us, and that's recruiting. You know, at the end of the day, bringing in the right young men that fit our institution, that buy into team, want to be coached and improve, and give everything they've got for each other. And that's why it's been such a joy and a privilege for me. I mean, we've had great staff continuity. I haven't lost a coach in 7 years. That's unheard of in college athletics, let alone football. So to see that type of loyalty from the university, the loyalty from the staff, and then we don't have guys transfer. I mean, we're grown from within. There's a camaraderie, a chemistry, a love, a brotherhood in our locker room. Yeah, we got to coach them better, and we need to play better, absolutely. And we want to win the West. We have all of our goals that we want ahead of us. And I think Chris's motto of pound the rock is very similar to take the purple to Pasadena.
Right.
You know, and how Gary sold us.
Priming the pump. Did you guys have something about priming the pump?
Right. You know, to go back to your question, you know, you don't know how close that water is, but you just got to keep pumping. And sometimes you run out of gas with the right arm, you got to go to the left, and so on and so forth. And then I got to tap out, and you got to keep pumping. And it's the same thing with the stonecutter analogy that Chris used about continuing to pound that rock. But once you break the rock, you hope then to be able to sustain it by what got you to that point, and that's really truly by the people.
Head coach of the Wildcats in many ways, the face of this university, Pat Fitzgerald. Coach, thanks a lot for giving us some of your time. We really appreciate it.
You hear our guys, they're ready to rock. Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys. Go Cats.
It should be a fun one tonight.